in studio today. Joining me is Lloydminster Bobcats head coach and GM Nigel Dube. Nigel, thanks for coming in. With the season wrapping up here, you guys had your awards on Tuesday. Just break that down for me a little bit. Starting off with, I guess, Rookie of the Year, Max Stewart, who also scored in your guys' Wednesday game.
Yeah, Max came in, made an early season transaction right out of the gate with him and brought him in from the BC, and he's a Calgary kid and came in and did great things for us right out of the gate and played a lot of minutes, and he's got a real nice offensive touch to him, and that was a big part. I think he could set the puck up or he could shoot it, and we worked on getting him to shoot the puck more so down the stretch, and I think Wednesday night was an example of that when he buried the goal.
For sure, 16 goals on the season and 26 or 27 points for him on the year. The big winner of the night was Chance Adrien walking away with 3 awards.
Yeah, well, Chance, and a lot of those awards all those awards were picked by their peers, and he was an instrumental player for our organization. He was a team MVP, most dedicated, and the community ambassador too as well. And he was a great leader for us, and did everything the right way and all the time. And I can't say enough good things about him, and actually just chatted with him here a short while ago of he's heading home now, and just how big he was in laying the foundation and the direction we're going as an organization, and he speaks to his character.
Now, you guys had quite a bit of growth this year, whether it was as a team or specific players, and one player that comes to mind for myself when I think growth is Nolan Coventry really stepping up, especially after the New Year's. He only had 6 points heading into the new year. Just talk about, I guess, his growth and maybe a couple of other guys's.
Well, we joked with Cubs after in our exit meetings, and he was an absolute beast in the second half, and he was a whole new player, played up and down our lineup, and was playing a shutdown role at times, and the next thing you know, we got him in front of the net, and he's tipping the pucks, and I think he had 5 of the 6 goals or whatever it may be were all tips in front on the power play. Big body that was hard to move, and he brought a lot of energy, and sometimes it takes that with so much change, and like we had 20 of 22 new players, and he was one of those that adjust to a new team, adjust to a new community, but he was a huge part in the second half, and he was big time for us. And our young guys, Javen Leslie, a local product, and he grew before the season started, and then he grew as the season went and matured, and I thought he was really good down the stretch too as well, and after Christmas. And we weren't as young after Christmas because we matured. We matured in a lot of ways, junior hockey, and I think it spoke in February there with our record in February of just where we got to. And Tegan Skihar is another 16-year-old that played big minutes as a 16-year-old. Him and Tyson Kwolek and Ben Bygrove were 16 and 2 17-year-olds of the 6 regular D-men in the back end. So those young guys took it to the next level.
And with those, specifically those 3 young guys on the back end, you guys are looking for that depth and should be good on the back end for I guess a few years now heading forward, and you guys can keep all of your D-men heading into next year. How big is that for the team? Well,
a year ago when I was sitting in this chair, we had 0 goalies and 0 defensemen. So to be able to have such a core be able to come back, and it's big for us. And those guys are going to be 17 and 18 next year with a year in the league. And Ben didn't play in the first half for the most part until late November. But we're able to defend, and we know that we need to score some more goals moving forward. But to have those and our leader in Gunnar Kinnenberg already established, and knowing that we have a captain in that dressing room is another big part. And he was another player when we talk about players in the second half. He was a minus in the first half, and he was a plus hockey player in the second half. And he'll be able to start like that. The whole core will. On the back end from day one next year.
Now you guys have quite a few 2000s and 2001s. How's that kind of going to shape your guys' lineup here? Like you mentioned, now they have a lot of them have a year under their belt, and what kind of confidence will that give?
Well, it's huge. I think you look at most teams' top-end scorers are the older players on the team, with the exception to a couple teams and a couple special players in the league. But your older guys usually score those goals. And there was one year here that we could go really young, and we stuck to our plan, and that was a big part, staying young. And then you look at next year, and we're going to be an older hockey team. There's some teams in our league right now with 15, 19-year-olds on the team, and we're not going to get to that point, but our 18s becoming 19 or older, more mature, and know what's going on. It also helps with the leadership that they can, help out with the younger guys too. So we have that balance. But it's exciting when we have that core established, and they're a year older, and they also know Lloydminster. They're coming back to whether it be the same billet home or just being used to the surroundings, the dressing room, the performance center, all that goes a long ways.
Well, Nigel, thanks for coming in, and best of luck this summer with the scouting process.
Thank you.